So man, I'm pretty much, I don't say I'm 100% back because my new format of what I'm doing or what I can do or what I'm going to do is pretty much let stories build up and then just make videos and stuff. There was people asking me about making videos about certain people, the Shamar Moore situation. People was cash app requests, and I had to break it down to them and tell them that. So let me start of last year. In November, before Thanksgiving, I got sick. The flu. I got over the flu. And then about 2, 3 weeks of non-food, whatever, I mean, non-cold, pretty much my immune system wasn't really up to date. You need at least 3, 4 weeks for your immune system to fully, get back to, steady. Well, while my immune system was down or repairing itself, I got sick again. And I don't know what that was. And I don't know what it was. But it was worse than the flu. So, but I was barely eating. I was, I ain't have any kind of energy. I ain't know what it was. So I decided to go to Walgreens to get Mucinex. Right? And everything was going good. I was able to walk, whatever. But, in Walgreens now, they got the little anti-theft shit. So my body couldn't tolerate me standing in one place because it took a lot of energy. So I'm sitting on the floor. Next minute I know, I'm in line waiting for the long ass line, and I fall the fuck out. Or I pass out. I passed out, and next minute I know I'm in the ambulance, and I'm in the emergency room for about 6, 7, 8 hours. Now, luckily, I got I got health insurance. They could have got me out of there in like about 3 hours. No, probably 4 hours, 5 hours at best, because the IV they gave me pretty much rejuvenated me and gave me at least a boost to be able to walk around and do some of the stuff. Because even right after I got out of the emergency room, that same day I was supposed to get my Mucinex, and I was supposed to go to the supermarket and get some food, so I can, get it out the natural way, or get some, add some cold medicine out of it and basically deal with it that way. That didn't work, but I still got out and went to the, supermarket and stuff after I got out the emergency room, because I was still hopped up on the IV with all the stuff, the nutrients and stuff that was in it. So that was the whole thing of November, December, and even January. It took me a week to rebuild myself mentally and physically. And then after that, I had to regroup all the things that I messed up and missed, and while I was sick and all this stuff, and remember certain things. So people was hitting me up, and at the same time, my old phone, I didn't want to do any recordings on my old phone anymore. There was videos that I had pretty much up and ready that I made, and literally the fucking phone kept fucking up. So I said, I'm gonna record my first video of the year when I get my phone. I got my phone, a week ago? My new phone a week ago. So, first video of the year. I want y'all to start understanding that people have considerably, they are really out here. They're not criticizing anything anymore. The Manosphere, Passport Bros, anything that they consider the Manosphere criticizing are incelish. None of this. They're pushing propaganda now. If you have more than a couple videos, I just saw, I think a week ago, I saw a live with Man of Tomorrow and Super Sly, right? So Super Sly talks a lot of shit. He started the whole thing in 2017 and 2018. So that whole live stream showed me what time of time Man Tomorrow was actually on. Because Man Tomorrow been telling us to go self-improve and get your money up and stuff. But even he admitted that if he had to stay here in the dating scene, he would just pay for it. But in other his live streams that I listened to, because I used to listen to him a lot, he said good women are expensive. And these guys are so losers that they only got to do get their money up. I listened to that. And also, Super Sly was tiptoeing around shit. Super Sly and the older generation and some of these guys and the younger guys, the guys that are in their 20s, because I'm in my 30s, guys that are in their 20s and even younger in their 20s, they want you to get with an older woman so she can take advantage of your youth and then be able to have multiple younger generations. So that means that if she's 50 or 40, 50 or 40, that means she could still get younger dick at 60, 70, and 80, because somehow, some way, remember the time when they was telling you to go get a starter chick, or they was telling you to go have sex with a fat girl? Now they're wanting to tell you to go with older women. And Man of Tomorrow, basically, I'm not gonna say he endorsed it, but he was like, oh, blah 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 blah. He was like, so Super Sly didn't go to the point of saying about Passport Bros, because he knew Man of Tomorrow, he didn't want to cause no conflict with Man of Tomorrow, because he brung him on about the Manosphere. So in that thing, somebody told me to look at it, and he was like, he's not the president of Manosphere no more. And he proceeds to do the I'm better than you on this and say, oh yeah, these guys ain't worth shit, blah 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 blah, all this other stuff, and these guys are losers. I wasted my time doing live streams when I could have helped my family. No, to me, you had access. You're not around your family. You on the road all the time, and you said that you helped your family on Xbox Live. I don't think that what I said and what I did is wasting my time on here. Certain people related to it, and some people didn't relate to it. But I got a whole catalog of videos that I backed up, but they not organized. They backed up and organized on a time period of me going through certain things. The Jessica X, I went through all some of my shit. Right? I went through some of my stuff on my YouTube channel. Jessica X, the whole thing. The funny thing about Man of Tomorrow and all these other people, Uncut Underground, Super Sly, at one point these guys was advocates of the Manosphere. They were advocates of the Manosphere. Now they ex-Manosphere. You see that, Man of Tomorrow's now in his political bag. While I look at SYSBM leader, Mad Bus Driver, he's still promoting SYSBM. He's not political. And I see a couple other people who ain't that political side. They opposite of what Man of Tomorrow is. Your boy, when I seen the live stream, and they don't get criticized. Your boy Super Sly was it was a dude called Truth Teller, and the live stream was about the cartel taking over America or border states. And Nick Taylor was talking all this other stuff, and then Truth Teller came up just to talk about black women. Isn't it funny that your boy Super Sly let his boy Truth Teller just run off at the mouth about black women this, black women that, but he went against the Manosphere multiple times talking about black women, telling them to change and saying shit? How is it that your group of people, this is why I say it's propaganda versus criticism now. Because if you look at what propaganda means, it's bias and misleading nature. It's bias and misleading nature, right? Criticism is a disapproval of someone based on a purview and faults of mistakes, right? He received a lot of criticism, right? Criticism is more genuine than propaganda, right? A lot of people go past the point of criticism and they just go to propaganda. From talking shit about Passport Bros, making ultra videos and then taking them down. Your boy Reg the Bad Guy had a whole catalog of lists of talking shit about Passport Bros. He culminated people who will come to his channel just to talk shit about Passport Bros, the Manosphere, because your boy, my old phone got a program or whatever. Your boy, Reg the Bad Guy culminated a bunch of piece of shit people, ex-Manosphere, Disturbed Manosphere people. Let me tell you the truth. Spoiler alert. After Obsidian said that MGTOW were broke, stingy, and cheap, I stopped fucking with the Manosphere like that. I was never a fan of Angry Man. I was never a fan of O'Shea. I was only wanting to back Obsidian. The kind of people Obsidian culminate, they're on other people's channels now. They made their own channels from a lot of people. Now they're still in the same chats. I hate when people talk shit about the Manosphere, but they don't point out the people that's in the same chats. There was people in the same chats that was over on other people's sides, running their mouth, acting like they was against the Manosphere, but they was also in other chats, right? It was stupid that I seen certain people act like they was for productiveness, but they was over there looking at the relationship talk shit. And at some point, which I give credit to Man of Tomorrow, is when he was kicking people out because he see them going on both sides. And I'm looking at these people and I'm like, why is he letting these people go up? The girl, the Alchemist girl, her, you don't see her around Man of Tomorrow shit no more. A lot of people use Man of Tomorrow against other guys, right? Because Man of Tomorrow is successful and got money. But mind you, when they didn't like Man of Tomorrow, they called them a trick. They said that, he needed money, blah, 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 and all this other stuff. Mind you, a lot of these people will take away people's success in order to put them in a position where they will always have the ability to look down on you. If you're a successful man, they try to put you in a box and say you don't get women. Or they say you're still a loser. Because if you got money and you're black, somehow, some way, black people could still control you. They could still control your confidence. They could still control you mentally because, quote unquote, you're black. And the minute they see somebody that they can control or tell that they're losers, they got you in a box and they can control you. Oh, you'll be a winner if you give us all your money. You'll be a winner if you date one of our broken women or messed up ass women, or you just settle for one of the black women over here and don't go over there. Wake up to a woman you don't like and you hate or you dislike or you don't want to be around, and you looking at her body and you don't even want to have sex with her. You got to take a blue pill and tell her that you're horny. You got to mix because a lot of husbands do this to average girls. A lot of husbands do this with average girls, and a lot of husbands do this with they do this with women they settle for. They break up a Viagra pill and they put half of it in and pretend that they are horny for their wives because their wives are so unattractive. That's why Viagra sells. And then that's why a lot of dick pills sells. It's not the single men who using them. It's the married men who using them the most. More than the guys who settle are using Viagra pills, sex pills, more than the men who are so-called single. Right? Because the men who single, they go after who they want. Right? So the funny thing about this propaganda versus criticism is that you understand when it's propaganda because it's more than 20 or 30 videos out here on each channel, these people channels, talking about the Manosphere, talking about Passport Bros, talking about this and this and that. It ain't criticism no more. You can get your criticism. Back then, when I was disenfranchised from the Manosphere, I used to make certain videos when shit come up. for topics. But I never really made my whole channel based off going against the manosphere. Like I said, I was done with the manosphere when I seen certain people. Your boy Solo TV84, I was done with him at one point. Game Changer. There's a lot of people that I stopped fucking with, rocking with. You know, I used to rock with what's that dude's name? I think he was in Philly. What's the fuck that guy's name? Aegon. And then this dude end up going through a divorce, going through a custody battle, and then he listened to dudes online talking about get with a woman who's successful and this and this and that. Now, mind you, from what I know, and I don't know if it's false or fake, you know, I haven't kept up with him. He got with a so-called successful woman, had a kid with her, and that shit didn't work out. So he had 2 kids with 2 different women, and he's talking against the whole point. He's finally coming around to Marco's point about women after he told Marco he was doing bad and blah, 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 right? Marco stopped fucking with these guys because he's seen them just talking about the same shit. These guys are in a better position than the quote-unquote loser guys, right? Man of Tomorrow said some shit about he don't get incels who got all this time in the world and they don't got a lot of money. And I'm looking and I'm like, you must be too smart to actually think that. There's a whole bunch of quote-unquote real incels before niggas started using the word incel, spamming it to everybody, that incels was doing shit their own way. Before everybody caught on to the word incel, right? These guys was doing their own thing, running marathons, doing stuff. There wasn't no women liking them and attaching themselves to the cool shit they was doing. There were incel channels that don't talk about women. They talk about their journey of doing other shit. These guys are 10 times better than that. These dudes are dancing, doing all this other stuff, cookbooking and all that. But nobody talked about that. That's the difference between the criticisms and the propaganda. There's so many incel channels that don't talk about women. They just talk about, hey, they life without women. And they even said it that these women will come around if they think something is popular. And the dudes get turned off from that. Like, I don't want to be around somebody who do something that's popular just so I can get some sex. I got to get with somebody who actually like what I like. I've been doing this for 5, 10, 15 years. Why would I get with somebody who don't know none of this shit? And I got to teach them for some reason. And it messes up my mode and what I'm doing. So there's a lot of men out here that's doing their own shit and they don't like the women that in that circle. So tell the motherfuckers to settle while you're telling people to self-improve, to have money so they can have choices, and not tell them to take their ass going overseas because they can get a better deal over there. That was the whole thing of Man of Tomorrow. And I'm looking at that live stream, was like, damn, man, I'm a dumbass motherfucker for believing that, you know, Man of Tomorrow was, I don't know. I don't know. And it was like, man, some aspects I agree with him, but he let that whole political shit go down. Then the shit that happened, and I'm like, he's still, I don't know what kind of source he is, because somebody got mad at me and it was like, you know, I tried, you know, they said something about you told as people to go hit up Man of Tomorrow about jobs, and he's, you know, dissing guys and telling them that he didn't try to help. I said no. I said you can do it yourself, or you can go to him, and because he said he knows all the stuff, but it was better off that you go to somebody else, because he thinks that this process, so-called process, is good. All this shit shouldn't be taking that long, and it should be availability. Not everybody want to be fucking truck drivers, and not everybody want to do that. They don't even have a whole bunch of jobs out here for men, different variations of jobs out here for men, but they got all this long list of shit for women. Free shit, free money, free programs, all that shit. Nobody want to go move the bubble fuck out here where there's no internet, none of that shit. You bored, and you telling niggas to just look at cows. No, a lot of people don't want to do that shit. Because eventually they'll take their own lives. Because ain't no way. And then you're going to tell somebody to go sit back and take away some type of shit. You know, you could at least tell them to get one shit. Like, okay, you got good internet. You can suffer through that shit mentally and keep yourself static with your favorite shows. But some of these places don't have fucking good internet. The middle of bubblefuck, they don't got nothing. A lot of guys that they try to tell to go to the middle of nowhere and go to this place and they got programs that they pay and stuff. Sometimes these places want you to stay there. And it's like, I don't want to live here. There ain't nobody around. And it's not about the people. It's about there ain't shit here. You don't have no great stores for me to shop. I'm used to shopping at this. Right? It takes away that. So I start to see a lot of shit that went on. And I said, okay. And I backed off. Man of Tomorrow was the last Manosphere or supposed to be Manosphere president that I listened to. Now I don't listen to anybody like that. I listen to random shit. I put background shit. I used to. I think last year or probably a month ago or whatever. I listened to. I take him with strides. What's that dude's name? Mr. Fantastic. I listen to him in the background while I'm organizing files or some shit. And that's it. Or I'm downloading the game or something. I'm like, yeah, I'll watch him and shit. I'll just get distracted about something else. If that's the Manosphere, the future Manosphere, no wonder everybody, half people left. The Manosphere is bare bone. It ain't the same. It's never gonna be the peak of where it was. But you could tell that the Manosphere is not important to certain people anymore because they're political now. Now they're going after political people, right? Most of these channels are a grift now. Because they used to talk shit about the Manosphere. Now they say that all of us are going to, conservatism and the right and Trump supporters. Like, motherfucker, I'm not in no politics. And if I do pick up a politics shit, I'm going to go to a party that benefits me. But I'm not going to let these motherfuckers get away if I'm in the same political fucking affiliation with them. I'm looking at them like, okay, I'm done. And I drop the fuck out of them. Like, no, I'm not fucking with y'all. Y'all did this. I'm not like motherfucker Man of Tomorrow who understands what the fuck they do and the party they do. Nick Taylor breaks that shit down. But Man of Tomorrow not making videos about Nick Taylor because Nick Taylor has he has a bias, propaganda. He has a bias towards military guys. He did the same thing with C Boogie. He did the same thing with a whole bunch of other people where Nick Taylor don't like a certain party and he actually breaks it down. Same thing with Zero. Zero broke that shit down a better way than Man of Tomorrow did his political stuff, right? And he tried to say, well, what was Zero? No, Zero, you didn't go on Zero streams or Nick Taylor and going back and forth with about political shit because they know what they're talking about. You go after ignorant people. I'm never going to go after somebody who I think is ignorant and talk about them below the belt. It's like me going to a homeless person telling them they losers and they need to do this. No, they already passed that point. There's no reason for me to kick them while they down. Let me get the fuck away from them. Just don't touch me, dog. I got sick from that shit. I have a feeling that motherfuckers coughing and all that other shit probably made me sick. Alright? Because ain't no way. And I had to backtrack and see what the fuck happened. And it was like, oh shit. I have old ass hand sanitizer from like 2 years ago. A house hand sanitizer and our traveling hand sanitizer. I had to update that shit. Now I don't get sick, the sniffles, whatever that happens. Those crucial mistakes destroyed my record of being sick, not being sick for almost 7 years. I haven't got sick ever since 2017. Well, yeah, 2017. Well, 2016, but 17. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. No, my bad. That's 8 years. 8 years of me not getting sick. To me fucking up and getting sick 2 times. So, I think that a lot of guys, including myself, should just make videos about certain subjects, but shouldn't get angry at the shit no more because I see the Super Slides, the Uncut Underground. Let me show you what kind of propaganda they got. Let's let me give you an example. Oh shit. Super Sly. So Super Sly is a grifter. He has 40,000 subscribers, and most of them don't fuck with him like that, right? So he goes at the Papoose because people are on Papoose side. He can't give the fact that Papoose moved on to a successful woman. Not my pick of choice, but this the same dude who will talk shit. So here, let's hear what he had to say. I don't want to stay too long on this guy.
Oh, Papoose, man. This is not a win. And I'm gonna keep saying it right now. The way Papoose is doing this thing.
Now, he has a problem with a lot of people doing what they want to do. Right? He's like a female, a short midget female, right? At some point he had his mission to go against the Manosphere, and the Manosphere imploded on itself, right? He was happy when the Manosphere was put on the FBI list, but have the nerve to talk about government doing shit to black people or this and this and that. Mind you, I know the history of the FBI and the government, right? Some history of it, like most history. I don't go deep into that shit because that'll make you miserable, right? The FBI, while the mafia was gaining power, they was going after the Black Panthers and going after black people and black movements. The CIA had a plan to take down black leaders, and they seen that the fact that black people were getting their shit together and changing things. So they had rap music, they funded the rap music, and they funded the drugs. And they let other races build their empires off of black people. This is the same government who put Manosphere people on a watch list, right? They will ignore other people doing shady shit, and then they'll come move back around and catch these people and act like they're the heroes. That's what they've been doing. That's what they've been doing. They did the same playbook for years. They let the mafia do what they want to do, and then when the mafia got too bad, they grabbed them and said, "Hey, we're taking down the mafia, Rico, blah blah blah."
And this marriage is not a win. If it's that bad, file for divorce and move on with your life. How you're the greatest of what? No, sir. No, sir. We'll get to it. Y'all can't even name a Papoose song without Google. Okay? You can't even tell me the name of the album that he dropped. In my opinion, more feminine than Clarissa, even though Remy got the voice. You know, I love a husky voice. Like, I never talk bad about a husky voice woman. Okay, husky voice women get my attention. But Remy still comes off more feminine than Clarissa Shields. Okay? But what is this? This is not a win. I'm sorry. So go ahead and file for divorce, champ. Go ahead and file for divorce. If she that bad, file for divorce. If she that bad, file for divorce. This is stupid, man. So just say y'all on vacation. Just say you on vacation. The woman she done beat up last night, 5-0. She has 5 fights. Some of y'all think I'm capping. Light heavyweight. What you talking about, man? Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm just making sure, bro. I just want to make sure. How are you 17? 17-0. She only got 3 knockouts. Champ, WBO World Light Heavyweight Champ.
Now, this is what Super Sly does. anything that men wants to do, so he goes against, right? And he been doing this shit for the longest. His propaganda shit is all about going against what men want and siding with what women. Mind you, this the same dude who was bigging up in what's her fucker name? What's her name? He had a video. Where is that fucking video? Where is that video he had? Shit, I don't know where it's at. Like I said, I don't watch this guy like that. You don't see me. You don't see a lot of his videos. With the red mark. Here we go.
Come with me as I complete the hop, skip, drive ride. I see I have a ride coming up in 15 minutes. His name is Kyle.
That's a nuke. Divorce. You have nothing for her to take. You make $12 an hour, bruh. You probably couldn't even afford the filing fees to get a divorce. Nobody wants your little money, bruh.
Well, he says shit like this, right? And mind you, it don't matter about your money. It's about the vindictive nature that a woman will do. So there's guys back then when I was in Facebook groups who would show what their wife would do to them, their ex-wife. They would send them fucking videos of them fucking random guys. They would make up lies about a guy. It wasn't just about the money. It was about the dude leaving and moving on and being peaceful. Even some of the women would destroy men's property because they didn't want the guy to be happy. They knew that he had money. So when he says shit like this, it's very, very dishonest. And it makes him look like a fucking clown. But remember, this is the same dude who said that he wanted black men to suffer and women to win. I still have that clip. I got the clips. I still got screenshots of shit. I still got videos and voice videos of him saying shit. He took the videos down. I keep that shit in my file. Because I care less about him, right? But he's the example, one of the biggest examples of guys who are very dishonest in this situation. So,
yeah, the separation is a separation. I'm lucky enough to have a big house, and the logistics of it can be met right away. But I spent Christmas utterly by myself.
That's terrible.
It's coming up on New Year's Eve, and I'm still alone.
That's terrible.
Because there's no communication from her. Why? Because she's communicating with her parents. She has the total.
So, as you see, Passport Bros take another L. Now, mind you, next to the billions of L's that guys like Super Sly that cover up, mind you, I have watched the married men. I have watched when Reg the Bad Guy makes live streams about married men losing and all the divorces happening. Those live streams stayed up only for 1 day, 2 days, and then they got taken down by Super Sly. Cause I tell you this right now, Super Sly is like Reg the Bad Guy's daddy. There's many videos out here that divorce happens and your boy Super Sly never talks about it. It never talks about it. But he was promoting guys to go to be married. He never tells you the flaws of the women here. He tells you that it's plenty of women out there. Even though they're successful men, the best looking guys who can beat you and me in relationships are getting these women, and they get 10 to 15 of these women talking to them, and they all say all of them are trash. These are the quote unquote women that are access to guys. I can tell you this right now. If you had money, if I say I had a successful podcast, and I will bring a person on anonymously, a player or a porn star, and then I would ask how many women you had sex with, how many of these so-called good women married women, they'll tell you a lot. And then I said, how many worth of them wifing up? And they said none. I know porn stars who told me that these same women they see on social media acting like they care about their husbands. He said turn them off from women. He said he see them for who they really are.
Backing and validation of her parents. Plus TikTok. All external sources of validation. And it's my position, my feelings are not relevant. She's got it figured out. She's got a plan. I'm waiting to hear what the plan is. And we'll see what happens from that.
Sir, you don't need to hear nothing. She done showed you what the plan is. You not in it. She... hey.
Now, mind you, this guy relishes off men losing and him thinking that his way is the only way. Who does that again? Oh yeah, women, right? Women want you to run. They want you to go through millions of women just to find that one ugly looking woman that will fake do what you say and then change up.
Asian women, Filipino women, coldest hustler on the planet. Stone cold hustlers. Stone cold. Yeah, it's the Woody Buzz Lightyear.
What's your credit card debt balance? If it's $10,000 or more...
Now, mind you, he's not going to show the videos of the guys that are winning on Passport Bros. Like I said, it's propaganda to show Passport Bros losing all the time. So, fuck. Shit. Okay. Yes, that's when I was paying attention to them. That's a month ago. You see the red lines. I'm not going to lie and say I ain't listened to him. Because this nigga act like he was going against what old married men like Steve Harvey won't tell you, right? That's where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Here we go. Now, this fool right here was all on B Nasty's click. He was bigging her up until she turned on him. Now, didn't I tell y'all in one of my other videos, never let other men tell you who to like and who to date? Because when the shit doesn't work out, they don't give you no compensation. They don't acknowledge the fact that they send you to the wrong group of women. They just say oops and put their hands in the air and act like, well, they didn't give you that advice.
Content whack. She's always smoking weed. That's a turn off. And she's mad.
Now, mind you, this is a guy that was bigging her up. He took the videos down. He's calculated when he goes against criticism. You can bring up any of my videos and ask me, hey man, you was this. I admit my flaws of, hey man, tomorrow's this and this and this and that. Hey, you can bash me to as long as I was saying, hey man, tomorrow's the greatest, not greatest, but he was the guy that you look up to, blah blah blah. You can clown me for that for a long time. I take my L's. I take everything that I did. If I back somebody back then, guess what? You can clown me right then and there. But what their side don't do, they always take down fucking videos, right? None of them would have a video catalog of, hey, I took an L. I might even make a video about that. I might even make a category of videos, a playlist of, hey, I took an L. I was wrong. Category. And then you'll hear me what I said on these videos, and then you can come back and say, be like, yo, yeah, you really fucked up back then. Yeah. I mess up. I'm a human. All right? Guys like Super Sly will tell you to go to OnlyFans, because this nigga, he was telling niggas to go to OnlyFans to make money, because, he know men don't make money super fast. All these trades and schools and all this other shit, no. These trades and school shit should be almost like at least 6 months tops, or at least 4 months tops, to get somebody out there. I have a better plan than they have out here. If somebody in a trade, right? I call it the boot camp level. You should go. You should have an option. If it matters, it'll take you 6 months or maybe 8 months to get into that trade, to go to the door, right? In the beginning of the trade, somebody could get paid more. Somebody should get paid more to be your tutor, or to be your mentor. So it would basically incentivize people to be mentors who've been in this for a long time. It'll boost up their credit in a company, and they would be able to produce more people. And then that new person who works in that place can grab more people and say, hey, this program is right here, this and this and that. Most of these programs are not like that. Most of these programs are disorganized. I can tell you from experience that the school that I went to a couple years ago, because I didn't tell my business out back then. I was in the manosphere, but I never told my business out. Even on Facebook when the FBI showed up and shit, I didn't tell my business online. The welding, I told the story many times. The welding program had multiple teachers. Only one guy, he was the middle of the road welder who had the best teaching skills. The braggadocious guy that's been welding for like 15, 20 years, maybe 30 years, that worked on the military, was the one who didn't know how to fucking teach at all. He didn't tell you different techniques that you got hold. He told you to do it his way. There was an older guy who's been welding before it was in the program. He was old as shit, and he didn't help nobody. He helped certain people. So when they moved to the bigger facilities because they was getting more people in welding, a lot of us didn't get help. We had to literally go based off what we taught. I was teaching people the basic shit while these motherfuckers was, passing who they wanted to pass in welding, right? In the school. Now the school hit me up in my inbox, telling me about pipe fitting. But your welding program 6 years ago had MIG, TIG, and MIG, TIG, and MIG, TIG, and I forgot the last one. It's basically welding aluminum. MIG is the main one that everybody uses, right? You have to learn MIG in order to do pipe fitting. And you don't have to be super good. You just know how to just weld up pipes and do all that complex stuff in there. And you don't really need that type of skill. And I'm like, well, why would you put that there? What happened to all your other programs? The automobile program they had. The machine thing they had programmed. So it was full of shit. Because they wasn't producing the right many people. And a lot of people wasted their money, including myself. Right? Where I still got a job outside of that bullshit. But it didn't work out because companies can get away with certain things. But once people start looking into certain companies, they can be like, okay, I gotta let you go. I don't want to, lose this. We gotta let a couple people go. I had the basic shit. But I got too comfortable. Now, a lot of shit going on. But this guy was trying to get more men into OnlyFans to find a girl on OnlyFans. I told y'all about that shit too. Never do business partner deals with females because it'll break down. Every guy who worked with a woman in OnlyFans and where the content was mainly her, they always win. Mainly, the dude lose all his content, lose all his money making skills, and he got to do a normal job. This guy was promoting Be Nasty, saying how good looking she is. He's like a fucking female who finds certain guys attractive, and then they will promote that guy, say how sexy that guy is, and then that guy do one thing they don't like, and then they say no.
So goofy, like, okay, bitch, turn it off.
She been goofy. I mean, I have videos and screenshots of what she did when this nigga was advocating for her. Mind you, you can call me the expert in the porn world. Motherfuckers was like, well, why you keep talking about? I'm trying to show you the side of what women do when they have the upper hand. And niggas didn't get it until years later. Like, oh yeah, man, you was right about that. I was like, yeah, but you should have, got to that point when I told you back then, like, hey, you got to pay attention to these girls when they have the advantage over you, because that's who they really are. That's their true nature. That's what they really are. Oh yeah, man, you right about that. I'm like, man, come on, buddy. I don't got time for you to come back 5 years later, 6 years later, and be like, yeah, I was right, dude. If you didn't like what I was saying, then you should have just said, hey, you sound like shit. Let me wait and see if you right. That's it.
Time to be serious. Like, I just ain't. I don't even look forward to looking at it on a Twitter thread anymore. Like, I'm just like, what now? What do you?
Mind you, Be Nasty, while he was advocating for her, she was ruining dudes' careers. OnlyFans careers. She was lying. Women would go to her in order to get revenge on their husbands. I mean, their ex-boyfriends and ex-co-workers. So she be the one who, go after these guys and say that they abuse a woman. She the main person. But he ain't gonna talk about what she did. Cause it's about his dick and his entrance only. He think that every fucking man is programmed like him.
It's like that painful transition. Someone's trying to kind of pivot into something outside of the porn. And it's like, no, it's not working for me, sis. It's not working for me. So let me show y'all. And she takes excellent pictures. Don't get me wrong. On film, on camera, she is dynamite. But as soon as she gets to squawking, I'm like...
Yeah, and you see his porn taste is absolute trash. Because I don't even know why a married guy who said he gets a lot of pussy outside of marriage is watching porn and watching porn videos. Why? Because she's a low-level fucking porn star. She can't even make the top 10. And black porn star. And the black girls in porn ain't really nothing to... They're bad. They're bad. They can't beat the white girls. They can't beat the Latinas, and they definitely can't beat the Asian girls. And I'm not even saying that from perspective. Most of the black girls nowadays, they don't have shit. Even the older black girls back in the early 2000s had the kind of capabilities to match, to have their own category and have their own subsection of adult film. The black chicks don't have that. They're OnlyFans girls. They're girls who play with camera angles. Every time these OnlyFans girls go with an actual porn company, you see all types of blotchy ass skin, nasty ass fucking tattoos, and fucking nasty ass piercings and shit, and it makes them look absolutely atrocious. And I'm not the buyer. It's the white guys who buy in, Asian guys who buy in, some other races who buy in, and they like, no, get her, take her off our screen. There's contract girls who black. They don't stay at contract a long time for some of these companies because the black girls are not really in popular demand. They're not.
Bitch, shut up.
Also might call him.
Let's continue. I mean, does it have to be stated? I mean, obviously he went down there for...
So, you see another guy who has propaganda views, and then you see your boy Ty City. Now, Ty City's videos was based off the Manosphere. Let's did this propaganda test versus criticism. Propaganda, I'm gonna show you. If he have more than 15 videos against the Manosphere, say 20 videos against the Manosphere, it's him making propaganda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yeah, it's propaganda. Now, let's go to the lives right now. Let me guess what he is now doing. Now, if he has more videos about political shit, I give it 10. He shifted his gears talking shit about the Manosphere because the Manosphere is pretty much done. And those people are not worth talking about. Me and him had a back and forth when I was talking about Austin Holloman. Oh yeah, your boy Austin Holloman got called out by another content creator for going all the way to Africa and showing an ugly ass chick. And trying to get other black men to go to Africa, and people was like, nah, I ain't going over there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Now, he has 22 political videos when it got popular. Now, let's go to the Manosphere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So, as I said before, you could go to anybody's channel who's talking about. Let me give you all a technique of what to do to these people. I want you to go and do this, because every channel has this. You can tell the propaganda. You can tell grifters and propaganda based off criticisms and propaganda. You can go to my channel. I'm gonna do this myself. Go to their oldest videos, and you see when their channel was created. That means that the videos, there's no way that this channel was created in 2022. I remember him having a video. I remember him having, what's it called? So he recreated the video. He recreated it. And he was always about his propaganda. Propaganda. Mind you, his videos 2 years ago wasn't making any kind of waves. Look at his videos. Look at all the stuff that he was saying. Right? Because he's one of the guys who thinks he's always right as well. But nobody was listening to him 2 years ago. They wasn't listening to him. They wasn't listening to him. He was throwing shots at Passport Bros, SYSBM, all this Manosphere stuff 2 years ago. Then eventually, he started picking up talking about Anton Daniels and the Manosphere and everything else. His most popular videos, Just Pearly. So, we could do this with Super Sly.
We've changed each other. Yeah.
Let's do this with Super Sly as well. We don't have to play these games anymore. You just know exactly what these people were doing. So his YouTube is older than mine. 2006. Why does he have videos from 3 years ago? Because he wiped a lot of his videos out because it would have made him look stupid. He has Passport videos. He has He had videos going against the Manosphere, screaming at the women that he was dealing with. So you have to do this to people grift. Let's go to my channel. Let's go to my videos and go to my oldest videos. Let's see. I have Tiny Chat, gaming reviews, pro wrestling. I got TV reviews. And you see it right here. I have videos on my channel until I came back 6 years ago. The truth about PUAs. The truth about leveling up. Example of leveling up. Women have 9 lives, men have 1. Single men are taken advantage of. Single men are taken advantage of too. Ways to know if a woman is used or damaged. What is a personality really? Not all can be players and fathers. My take on the whole sip is paying for women. Hey, my first video coming back. See, this is my history. Here we go. 2018. 2018. And my most popular videos are all videos. Why men are going XY exposed. Nicole Michelle exposed. The consequences of dealing with thug men. Now you know why he talk about SYSBM. Most black men are controlled by women. The real reason to campaign against traveling men. Female parasites. This is what you have to offer men who travel.
This is the...
See? You can see I have many different videos. The popular ones were mainly about SYSBM and stuff like that, not going against them. But I had criticisms against the Manosphere a couple years ago. I talked about the bandwagon. I talked about Quantum TV. I talked about all the shit in America. I talked about a whole bunch of different shit. I still support SYSBM. I still support a lot of groups and a lot of people. Unlike these other people, I didn't grift off shit. Right? You can go all the way to my shit. There's a difference between criticism and propaganda. And most of these people, channels are all propaganda. All of it. Now I'm gonna make a part 2, but let me get this out right now.